Hello all you hardcore boxing fans out there, how are you doing? It's Big Porky here. I'm just getting ready to go out. Got my leg brace off now and I'm ready to go. Neck brace off, 15 days out of action. Right, Anthony Crolla, what can I say? I mean, if you say anything, you have people like Darren Barker coming out criticising people, saying that them people who are criticising it are trolls, they're behind a keyboard, they live with their parents. Well, Darren Barker, I don't live with my parents and I'm not hiding behind a keyboard. I'm speaking in front of a camera. Get my number off Carl Froch if you've got a problem with what I'm saying, or get my number off your fighter David Allen. I'm telling you and all your gimp mates at Matchroom that were disgusting watching that last night, Anthony Crolla. Disgusting. He landed 2 punches in my opinion. CompuBox have him landing 5 punches. This is supposed to be a world title fight. Now the guy's been lobbied for that position. Who has he beat since he lost to Linares? Crolla's a former world champion. Who did he beat to be a world champion? He were gifted that title. You know that, Barker, and I do. Now, the matchmaking is atrocious, and I'm not going to beat about the old Kate Bush here. I'm just going to come out with it. Now, these are the people that have lost in the last year. Tennyson, McDonald's twice, Callum Johnson all stopped. And then we've got these here. Darren Barker was stopped on road. You yourself, Darren Barker, you were stopped on road. David Price were battered, wasn't he? Against Povetkin. He shouldn't have been in with him. Kell Brook against Golovkin. He shouldn't have been in with him, stepping up £13. Oh my God. Dave Allen shouldn't have been in with Ortiz. These are all knockouts, by the way. Knockouts. Paul Smith or Andre Ward. Jesus. Paul Smith fought. Who did he fight to get? Tommy Tolan. Didn't he fight David Sarabia or Tommy Tolan? Then he got Abraham twice and Ward. God. Lee Purdy. Gavin Rees. Adrian Broner. You know, Lee Purdy against Devon Alexander. Callum Johnson, Artur Beterbiev, we spoke about that. Rocky Fielding, Canelo Alvarez, Martin Murray, Golovkin, Tony Bellew, Stevenson. He went from British level to straight in with Stevenson. He's not one a European. O'Hara Davis, he fought out of England against Josh Taylor. He wasn't ready for that fight. You know, Crolla against Lomachenko. Amir Khan next up against Terence Crawford. When is it going to end, Eddie? What is it, about 17 fights I've just told you? There's more. No, there's more. 16. There's about 20 fights I've just told you then. Just now. Now, that's off the top of my head. Somebody's going to get hurt. Somebody's going to get hurt on your watch, Eddie Hearn. But when you're wheeling out Johnny Nelson and Darren Barker and Adam Smith and all the rest of the gang, people buy into it. He deserved it. It was a mandatory. He shouldn't have been in that mandatory position, should he really? The WBA, you are corrupt. The WBA are corrupt. They're corrupt. Crolla's a finished fighter, but they'll recycle him again. They'll look for an excuse. Gallagher will wheel him out again. They'll step him up to 140. And they'll fight Luke Campbell at Manchester in the final farewell. And everybody will buy into it. But I'm telling you now, you're pissing up the fans' legs. Sooner or later, somebody is going to get hurt. Now, you're digging out Frank Warren, Eddie. You keep having digs at Frank Warren. I've had problems with Frank Warren in the past. It's no secret, it's logged. But can you tell me 20 fighters where he's just thrown them under a bus? Frank Warren won't put them in like that. I don't even think they're going to put him in with Kovalev, Yarde, because he's not ready. They'll do it when they're ready. Now, these fighters, right? My friend Glyn Rhodes said something to me 6 months ago that stuck it back in my head. He said, you know what, Russ, these fighters are somebody's babies, aren't they? They're somebody's kids. whether they're 21-year-old or 31. There's somebody's lads, aren't there? There's somebody's brother, there's somebody's son, somebody's grandson, somebody's nephew, somebody's cousin. When is it going to end, Eddie? When is it going to end? And yet again, Joe Gallagher, why didn't you stop it at end at 3rd round? Why? Why didn't you stop the Marcus Morrison fight? Why didn't you? I don't want to hear about Dare to Be Great no more. I think after that, what I've just watched last night, I feel disgusted to the pit of my stomach to think that, you know, I want to be involved in a sport like this. And I were on phone overnight to Ozzie Smith sorting out some kids for Dennis's next show, and ringing round to other matchmakers and people in the industry, and I'm thinking to myself, do I even want to be involved in this, or do I just want to give an opinion in front of a camera? Because I'm not a keyboard warrior. Keyboard warriors are people that hide behind a keyboard, like you did, Darren Barker, like that. I'm not a keyboard warrior. I'm in front of the camera. You'll get my number off anybody, Darren Barker. If you want to call people keyboard warriors, call them. This is not my mother's spare bedroom. This is my bedroom. Alright? I have my own business. I love boxing. It's in my heart. It will always be in my heart. I've spoke to people in the industry this morning, media people, former world champions, promoters, matchmakers, managers, trainers, other boxers. Nobody is going to say anything to rock the boat, but I'm going to do. Eddie Hearn, you are a prick. You're a prick. You wouldn't come on my channel because you haven't got the bottle for me to put questions to you. You're a prick. You have all your own little gimp media people with their cameras like mine. They're all gimps. They don't ask you a question because they want press passes. I don't need a press pass to get my opinion out. My channel's growing steadily, and I swear to God, Eddie, right, if I ever see you, Eddie, at a show, I'm going to backhand you for what you just did to Crawler. That were disgusting, that last night. Totally disgusting. Crawler's had, what, 40 odd fights? He's in with a kid in his 14th fight who was fresh as a daisy. Totally embarrassing. Totally shocking it was. It was that were bad. That were bad, that were bad. He were frightened to death. But yeah, he gets a payday. I don't want to see Anthony Crawler in a ring ever again. If he's in a ring ever again, he's being abused by you, Eddie Hearn, and you, Tesco fucking Joe. Peace out, I'm gone, I'm out.